Hello, hello, hello. Hey, fam. How are you? Guess who's back? Welcome to the live. Today we are talking about overthinking. Um, we were supposed to be on at 3 o'clock today. I attempted to upload a video. It did not come through. So I'm going to work to upload that video. It has a different topic, but for now, I want to talk about overthinking. Everything happens for a reason. Um, Hopefully, you all will be able to view this or to join the live. Um, as always, your comments and questions and participation is very important. Hey, Jim B, welcome to the live. Glad to see you here. Again, we'll be talking about overthinking um, and its effects and some triggers, and of course, some tools or some tips that can help you to not overthink or at least for you to be able to identify what makes you overthink or what your triggers are and what you can do to help you settle your mind. Can everyone hear me okay on the live? Jim B, can you let me know if you can hear me on this live? I'll wait. Can everyone hear me? I just want to make sure I'm heard. Okay, nobody is responding. Okay, Jim B says yes. Okay. Thank you, Jim B. So again, today's topic is overthinking. I just want to come on really quick and talk to you about overthinking. Um, Overthinking is when your mind continuously just keeps on one thoughts one after another, multiple thoughts at a time, like when you can't focus, and your mind is just everywhere all at one time. That is associated with overthinking. It's associated with mental issues like depression, anxiety, post traumatic stress. Um, and sometimes even borderline personality disorder. Um, it can come from stressful situations. It can come from, um, like it can be triggered by pretty much anything that's outside of the norm. Death, birth, new environment, something uncomfortable, um, not normal time frames for things maybe at work or in your life or so on and so forth. But overthinking, um, you really have to figure out what's going to trigger you. So, what are your triggers? Now, of course, I can't answer that because only you would know what your triggers are. Is your triggers change? You have a problem with change? If there's something big, a big change, is it surprises? I know people that they don't like to be surprised. Like it's not a comfortable thing. What else? I think the main thing is change. Any major change. Even though we all know life is about change, you're constantly evolving. Um, Whether you're in the moment or not, life will constantly change. Situations, circumstances, people, constant change over and over and over and over and over again. Um, so I want to come on here and I want to kind of just like give you a few tips or whatnot to help you with that. And hopefully, like I said, this will help you because overthinking can be very distracting to people. And for those who have families or work or are dependent upon, you need to be in the present. You need to be able to hear people or listen to people when they're speaking. You need to be able to engage. Maybe you need to focus in a meeting, like your job requires meetings, or maybe you're starting a business. You have to be able to pay attention and focus and not overthink the process, but take it step by step. Whatever the case may be, hopefully these things will help you to not overthink. So, the first thing I want to talk about is just simple step back and look at how you're responding. Is this situation that you're overthinking about, does it cause you to be irritated? Does it make you nervous? Do you feel guilty? Like you have to check in with yourself and find out how you're feeling whenever you're overthinking. Like when you're in the process of overthinking, you have to stop and be like, hey, wait, let me do this self check in. How am I feeling? Like, what is my mood? What is my attitude? So stepping back and look at how you responded. Then you want to find a distraction. If you have activity that you enjoy, maybe reading, listening to some good music, um, I don't know, taking a drive, when the weather is better, or if you're a winter person, you can be out in nature or just outside. A breath of fresh air might help. So you want to find a distraction, but that distraction should be something that you enjoy or that you love to do. And these don't have to necessarily be in this order, but these are just some tips and tools that can help you with overthinking. Take a deep breath. You can just take a deep breath. You can close your eyes and just inhale and exhale. Like you can do that a couple of times or set out a time. Like I'm gonna just take 5 or 10 minutes and just do some deep breathing to maybe just clear everything out, and just breathe. Sometimes just taking a deep breath can help you clear out the clutter of overthinking. Um, if you're in a meditation, you can meditate. Now, you don't have to meditate for hours and hours on end. You can take about 5 to 10 minutes. If you're at work, take your break time, get somewhere quiet and still, or somewhere where with meditation music, if you need the countdown meditation or the directional meditation. Find a one that's only for like no more than 10 or 15 minutes for you to be able to just kind of center. And when you first start meditating, it may be hard to focus. So don't beat yourself up. Instead of thinking about 50 things, maybe you can think about one thing while you're meditating and just make sure that that one thing is pleasant. um, just try to focus. Start off with 5 minutes. If you can't handle five, start with 2 minutes. Whatever you can do to kind of help you, because again, this is helping you not to overthink. Is helping you to clear up the mental clutter. um, Look at the bigger picture. Try not to turn minor issues into a significant hurdle. So I know for me, if I have a short window of time to do something, I can make the situation bigger than what it is simply because I'm pressed to get it done in a shorter period of time. For me, when I used to be in school, when they would assign you something, let's say you had a project, I'm starting the day that it's assigned. I'm definitely doing all the research. I'm definitely pre-writing the paper like in totality. And then I'm going back because I have time to critique and to redo or find information, make changes, so on and so forth. I do not work well in the last minute situation. Again, I tend to overthink. I get real spazzy, just a wee bit crazy. No pun intended, but like it's not good for me. But I do know people who thrive in the last minute situation. They pull it out in the nick of time. And if you give them too much time, then they overthink the process. And it causes them anxiety and stress, you know, as opposed to having a short window of time. So, just finding out, you know, again, what your triggers are, how you responding to stuff, what do you need for you to work out? And again, don't take something minor and turn it into a mountain. You just want to keep it small. Keep it small. Um, you can always do something nice for someone else, to take your mind off of all of the things that's going through it. You can decide to do something nice for someone else. If you know somebody is going through something, like the people in Texas who pipes are busting or whatever, perhaps you have some warm blankets or toilet tissue, toothpaste, whatever stuff that they're going to need because their homes and apartments and condos are being destroyed because it's so cold and the pipes are busting. Maybe you do something nice for them, buy them groceries, a hot meal, whatever. While you're doing that act of kindness, you are taking your mind off of all of the things that are running through your mind that's causing you to overthink. So, doing something nice is another way to help you to not overthink. Um, you want to recognize automatic negative thinking. So as soon as your mind shifts to something negative, you want to try to redirect your mind back to a positive thought. Soon as I mean, don't wait until the whole thought is out and you've already ran with it in your mind. You want to stop it abruptly. Soon as it starts, just stop the negative thinking. And it takes work. So, I'm sure some of these things you're not going to get right off the bat because you've become accustomed to overthinking, but you can nip it in the bud. Like, just know that you can do that with time and with patience. You can do that. So you just, any negative thinking, a negative thought that comes to mind, just nip it. Soon as it start entering, change your gears in your mind to think of something pleasant, or replace the negative statement in your mind with a positive statement dealing with that same issue, fact, event, person, so on and so forth. Um, Acknowledge your successes. So we are usually our worst critic, and we beat ourselves up more than anybody else can. If you're an overthinker, so you want to kind of write down. I would say probably weekly, 5 to 10 things that you have done right over that past week, and remind yourself of the role that you played in that. Um, let's say you had a business meeting and you ran the meeting, and people say you did a great job, or you answered the questions well that were asked at a meeting. Maybe you didn't run it, but maybe people had questions about your department or your function or just something that you knew. Give yourself credit for that. Acknowledge that. Hey, I did well today on such and such a day. On Monday, I made it to work, even though we had all the snow. I made it to work, and I made it to work safely. Um, I wasn't able to do something in their home, clean, cook, whatever, whatever. I did a good job. I cooked an excellent meal. Just small stuff. I was able to cut my hair, do my own beard, do my own hair, whatever it is that you can acknowledge, give yourself acknowledgement for doing something great, no matter how big or how small. Just write down 5 to 10 things and the role that you played in it to help you acknowledge the good things you did. So you don't beat yourself up and that add to the negative thinking and overthinking. Um, Try to stay present. Or I should say stay present, because I know you got this. You can do this. You're going to stay present. You're going to ground yourself and stay in the moment. So if you are um, in a conversation, every time your mind try to drift to something else, you're gonna bring it back in focus. And it's gonna take time for that. You every time your mind replaces what you're supposed to be focused on, to something else, and something else, you're gonna bring it right back. Uh, there's pictures on my wall. I know you guys can see behind me. Um, I don't want to focus on what's outside. I want to focus on the picture. So every time my attention is drawn to outside, I'm just gonna refocus and come right back to the pictures, because that's what I'm trying to focus on, is the pictures. It seems really simple, and I'm saying it, that it's simple, but for some people, this is going to really take work. But anytime you're doing something to help yourself, or to change for the better, or be a better version of you, it's going to require some work. Um, so just stay present, ground yourself and staying present in the moment. And then you want to consider your viewpoints. Step outside your usual perspective. Um, Different people have different thought processes, so on and so forth. Your process is not the only process in ways to get things done or how to handle situations. So sometimes I don't want to say think outside the box, because there is no box. Like we talked about this. It's like one of the first few videos I've done was thinking outside the box, because there is no box. But you want to think outside of your normal thinking pattern. You want to be open to have an open mind to different types of ways to approach certain situations or challenges in life, or even handling something good, or just opening your mind up to something different, a different perspective. Um, you want to take action. Do not allow the green eyed monster, which is hate, envy, jealousy, all of those negative things, to visit you. And you could just write down, like I said, write down your goals, um, and how you want to reach them. Remember, slow and steady is the way to go. Just because your friend bought a Porsche doesn't mean that that's what you were supposed to buy. Do not gauge yourself off of what you see on social media. A lot of those people that appear to be a certain type of way are not, and even if they are, what's for you is for you. And I don't think I can really put it any better. Um, what you're supposed to receive, what your goals are, what your plans are, what your priorities are, what you buy in terms of clothing, housing, vehicles, jewelry. It should be based off of your likes and dislikes. It should be based off of what makes you comfortable, makes you happy, what you feel you're comfortable in or look good in, or so on and so forth. It definitely should not be based off of celebrities, or social media people, or friends, or family. Again, you are special and unique in and of yourself. And so, therefore, there's no need to compare yourself to anyone else. You do you, and be comfortable in your skin, as long as it's not offensive to anyone else, and that anyone else includes you. You don't want to offend yourself or anyone else, but you definitely want to be comfortable in your own skin. I know some people will probably say, India, you haven't had your hair done, and da 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 da. I don't care about what those people say. My hair is done. It is washed. It is clean. It has been twisted by me. It is in the natural, healthy state, and I am comfortable with it. And I think I look cute. So that's all that really matters. I'm not in for the straight hair every day, which is damaging to my hair. I can't have a business that promote natural products, or be in the business of promoting great mental health and tools and tips, and not practice those tools and tips for myself. And sometimes, just strolling through on social media, it can make you be like, well, maybe I need to step my game up. But you are right where you're supposed to be, unless you need to push forward for something that you're striving for. Um, just remember what you desire is what you deserve, but make sure it's your desire and not someone else's desire. Um, Practice self compassion. Let's see, how can I explain it? So, when you practice in self compassion, I said we are our own worst critic. We beat ourselves up. Some people think we are good people, great people, whatever. We see all the flaws that other people don't see, and we tend to beat ourselves up. So, um, don't beat yourself up for stuff that you did in the past. And life has challenges for a reason. What did you learn from whatever you were going through or whatever you did? If you made a mistake, okay, learn from the mistake and move forward. We all make mistakes. I haven't met a perfect person in 46 years. My grandmother didn't meet a perfect person and she was here 100 years. So there's no perfect people here. I'm sure people would like to deem themselves perfect. There's no one perfect here. We all make mistakes, but the key is to learn from your mistakes and make the correction. Just learn from the mistake and make the correction to be a better version of you. So just practice compassion with yourself. Be very forgiving of whatever mistakes that you made in the past. And if you're going to rehash the situation, rehash it, looking for the lesson and whatever transpired. And don't beat yourself up. And then you want to embrace your fears. We all have fears. I'm just now, I guess, learning how to work through fear. Fear is very normal. We talked about fear before on Envision Radiance on our YouTube channel, and we talked about how crippling fear can be. But if you're able to work through the fear, fear can be a very great incentive for you to do the things that you need to get done too. So you want to embrace your fear. You want to learn how to accept some things that will never be in your control. We do not control everything in our environment. We cannot control every situation. We cannot control every person that's around us. Um, we cannot always control things within ourselves, and we have to be willing to accept that and embrace that and live with that. So but you have to learn how to accept it. Like you don't just be like, all right, I'm accepting it today, blah, blah, blah. You have to learn how to accept the things that will sometimes be out of your control. And please trust me, something is going to happen that's well without your control. Um, And if all of these tips and tools have not helped you and you are still overthinking, please, 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 please do not be afraid or be fearful or stubborn or too prideful to ask for help. Um, Again, overthinking can be very serious. And excuse me, if it is combined or has come from mental health disorders, anxiety, depression, PTSD, excuse me, um, things of that nature, then you're going to need assistance in handling these. And there's nothing wrong with that. Therapy, some people may even need medication. Whatever it is, just make sure that it's beneficial to you. It's not harmful to you if they're going to use medication. Um, Minimal side effects, if any at all, if at all possible, all natural. Um, but when you ask for help, again, you have to be willing to do the work. And it's going to be some work. You're going to have to recognize your triggers again, but there are people out there to help you. And don't just settle for the first person that you come across. Do your research if you're going to ask for help. and involved in some type of therapy, or a pastor or a minister, bishop, so on and so forth, or anyone, a life coach, do your research. Make sure that they are indeed helping people. Check out their testimonies from people that they've helped in the past. Um, some people provide things for free, some don't. You can go to YouTube University, and there are people in there, but for something specific towards you, you may need a therapist, your own therapist. And then that way they can work with you on the things, or give you homework, or quiz you, or whatever tools that they use to help you to become a better about overthinking, um, and maybe even eradicate the overthinking. But it's going to be you two in partnership, you and the therapist. If you have family and friends that you trust, again, you can ask them for help. They can help you to re-engage if they see you. I use the analogy of the window. If they see you veering off to look outside instead of focusing on the pictures. But again, you have to be open to receive the help that you're asking for from those individuals. And they should be positive minded people. No one should be beating you up or berating you or speaking negatively towards you or minimizing your overthinking. It's serious to you, it should be serious to them if they're going to be a part of the village to help you overcome the issue. So I hope these tips and tools will help you. If you know someone who is a overthinker, who suffers from anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, this may be some tools that they may need in order to help them to not overthink, to keep it simple, to stay, present. Um, and please, like and share the video. Um, set your notifications so that you can receive these videos every week, twice a week, Tuesday and Wednesday, 3 o'clock. Again, I apologize for today. I'm not sure what's going on in my area, but for the past maybe month or so, my internet is in and out. Now, I don't borrow other people's internet. I pay for internet, so I'm not really sure. But I do know that I live in a wooded area. If it's raining or there's any wind or precipitation, we're usually affected. And so I want to just apologize because I appreciate each and every person who has subscribed. I appreciate each and every person who attends the lives, who likes and shares, who contributes to these conversations. I appreciate you. If you have any questions or concerns, please, 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 you can email us at envisionradiance. That is ENVISIONRADIANCE at gmail.com. You can also leave comments here in the comments section. You can find me on Facebook, India Hopkins. That's me. Hi. Or if you're a Instagram person, you can go to IG under my other business name, which is Midnight Creations, and you can just leave a comment there. I'm more than happy and willing to read and answer each and every person. Questions, concerns, comments, critiques, any other tips or tools that I may not have thought of or did not have access to, things that have worked for you, or someone that you know, they are all welcome. So please, 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 this is not a channel just for me. This channel is for all of us, for us to be able to grow and evolve, learn, grow, and evolve. That's what we're here for. Um, it has been my pleasure, excuse me, to be here with you again today. I wish I had time to do more lives on more days of the week. But again, I want to make sure that I'm bringing you good content, content that is helpful. I will be sharing my experiences as they arrive, or as they come to me. I'll be sharing information. If you have a topic that you would like for me to cover, again, please contact me at envisionradiance@gmail.com, or you can find me on Facebook, India Hopkins, or you can go to IG for Midnight Creations, or just type it in the comments. And again, I'll be more than happy to cover the topic. Um, and eventually, I will have people joining me on the live, so that we can have other people's perspectives, and we can just talk about it. So please take care of yourself. Please boost your immune system. Um, Make sure you're drinking plenty of fluids. Make sure that you are staying warm. Please keep your temperatures above 65 degrees so that your pipes do not bust and that you do not have water all over your home, whether you're in an apartment, a condo, a home, whatever you're in, trailer, whatever. Please make sure that you have your temperature warm, or that you at least have pipe covers, something to keep the pipes warm so that your water won't freeze and that it does not bust. If you have a loved one in Texas, please call and check on them, see if they need anything. Make sure that they are well and safe. It is freezing for that part of the country, and they are really suffering down there. If you're in Texas, please keep yourself warm. Go to your car. If you can go to another area, another a family member's home that's safe, and you know it's COVID free, please do that. And again, when you're out, please wear your mask. If you're going to a big box store, please wear your gloves. The whole key is to be safe. To vaccinate or not vaccinate, that is a personal thing between you and your health physician and your creator. Whatever you decide, do it responsibly. It has been so good to talk to you guys today. I enjoy these lives. I can't wait to talk to you guys every week. And I just want to let you know that I do love you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. And until the next time, take care of yourself. Bye.